Good afternoon, my dear friends. We are meeting after a long time, and I hope that you are now getting ready for the grand finale of Smart India Hackathon 2019 Hardware Edition. Internally, it's a very enriching experience for us. Big team at MHRD and AICT is working to ensure that this hardware edition is a grand success, and many of my colleagues must be certainly in touch with you to ensure that all the necessary formalities, requirements are done. So first, I would like to wish all of you great luck and also congratulate you that you have crossed 2 levels of screening and have got selected for the grand finale, which is scheduled on 8th of July. And we sincerely hope that it will be an enriching experience for you as well as for us. We also wish to ensure that some of the great projects on which you people are working could be converted into something serious ventures, startups, and we are keen on exploring how AICT, MHRD can help you, support you, handhold you, and to some extent even fund you to realize that dream. But before getting into all that, I would like to have a small interaction with you where we clarify all the doubts, do's and don'ts for the hardware hackathon. So as you might be aware that about 250 teams were selected for the grand finale, and we had requested all the teams to share with us their requirements. The forms must be with you, and out of that 250 teams, we have received a bill of material or requirements, what we can say, from about 215, 218 teams. So I will request all the other teams to go ahead and jot down their requirements and share those things with us. Please understand, my dear friends, as many of the nodal centers are going to be government organizations, they will take their time to get and procure all these requirements. They will have to go through a lot of tendering process, internal approval process to ensure that all the requirements which you have asked for are ready on 8th of July. So please don't waste your time. Try to identify your requirements as early as possible and share them with us. Be reasonable in asking things. Don't ask extravagant things which we may not able to give you. Okay? So be very calculated and share with us what you want. Another thing is, my team must have allocated you a design mentor. Some of them are students, PhD students, some of them are professionals, but these people are extremely busy. These are creative people. The community of creative people is very small in this country. So they are extremely busy people. So we would request you to interact with them in a very systematic way and try to extract as much as possible during those meetings. Don't trouble them frequently day in and day out. Okay? So plan your meetings very systematically with these design mentors, set agenda, what you want to achieve, and do those meetings in a very systematic way. Now, as your prototypes are ready, your ideas are accepted, moving forward, what we expect from you is that we want you to design a very cool product, a good looking product. I will tell you one example. Few days back, I was in Chennai and I was looking at some of the innovations and prototypes which students have developed. And one student, a group of students came to me saying that they have developed a unit for a car which they will place on car. And when I looked at that unit, I told that if I give you, I asked those students that if I give you this unit, whether you will put on your car? And the answer was no. It was such a shabby looking unit which they had developed. No one will actually care to put that on their car. So, what I expect from you now is to use or seek help of these designers to design very good looking, nice, cute, sexy things. Don't take this word in the wrong fashion, but we want you to think on those lines. You can see, for example, when you go to market, you see a lot of Chinese products which come from market. The reliability, the usability many times is questioned, but they look very good. So, we want you to think on those lines. Indians are good at ideating, but converting that idea into a good, cool, cute product, that's where we miss. So, we want you to take this opportunity to think on those lines. You have to think about miniaturization. You have to think about ergonomics. You have to talk to the people, you have to talk to users, potential customers, and think about what kind of design you would like to go about. So, think about those and start working on those design, start working on those templates, so that during actual hackathon, you can go ahead and get them printed or developed during the grand finale. So, for us now, moving forward for grand finale and judging your products during grand finale, we are not going to get into concepts because you have already qualified for that, but we will be focusing on design, usability, ergonomics, and so on and so forth. Once that is good, then we are confident that a particular product could be pre-incubated or incubated or could be converted into a startup. Okay? So, please focus on that. And for that, we have involved 100+ designers in this for Smart India Hackathon Hardware Edition. So, I think one designer has about 2 or 3 teams, depending upon his domain, depending upon his availability, depending upon his interest and your interest. So, we have tried doing that compatibility and we have done it to best of our ability. So, make use of the opportunity which we are giving you. So, now coming to the actual logistics. As this is going to be a 5-day hackathon, we expect students to arrive at their designated nodal centers on 7th of July. Come in the evening, and as the hackathon is from 8th to 12th of July, you should leave the campus on 13th of July. So, we are going to take care of your travel and stay for the period from 7th evening to 13th afternoon. If you are arriving before that or if you are leaving after that, then you will have to take care of yourself. Many of these institutions may not have enough facilities to accommodate you beyond the time frame which we have decided. So, please do talk to them, but unnecessarily don't push them if they cannot accommodate. Another very important thing which you all should remember, that we are going to give accommodation to the team members and the mentors only. If any of your, so 2 mentors, so total 8 people. So, any of your family members are accompanying or family of mentor is accompanying, then we are not going to provide any support to them. So, please understand that you should not unnecessarily trouble the nodal center or people there to accommodate more people coming along with you, because that is simply not possible and we will not entertain such requests. So, we will request you not to get into these kind of discussions. As previous or as earlier editions, we will be giving second class or a sleeper class ticket to all the students, you have to come with your hardware. If you have to pay additional to bring your hardware during this travel and transport, we submit us those bills, because if you have some unit which you have to carry, and for that if railway charges you for something, then we will reimburse even that also. Okay? Just ensure that you keep all your bills. And regarding your travel or you travel for the team and mentor, it's a sleeper class. So if you are going to use AC or air, then you have to take care of yourself. Okay? We will only reimburse equivalent to sleeper class. If you are carrying your prototype through air, okay, then, and if you have to pay extra for that, we will not able to reimburse that. So if you are carrying your prototype as cargo from air, you have to pay from your pocket. So please remember these things, please follow these instructions so that there are no unnecessary hassles, complications or arguments at the nodal center when you reach there. All the students coming for the grand finale need to carry a letter from your institution saying that you are the authorized participants along with the name of mentor. So we would like to have a letter from your institution signed and sealed by your principal or dean or director indicating your names. Please understand that this is extremely important for us from a security perspective, because we don't know large number of students. We have girls, ladies traveling from different institutions and different part of the country going to the other part of the country. So we have to take care of all of them. So we need to ensure that there is some good endorsement from an institution that a particular person represents that institution from a safety perspective. So that is also extremely mandatory. So don't come without a letter. You will not be allowed to participate or even stay on the campus if you don't have the letter. Okay? So that is another very, very important thing which you have to remember. As some of the design mentors will be with you also during the grand finale, some design mentors may be there for all 5 days, some design mentors may come and go depending upon availability of the schedule, but that is the 9th person apart from you 8, who the mentor will be an additional person who will come and guide or help you during the hardware hackathon. Evaluation will happen on all the 5 days. Every day there will be an evaluation, and final evaluation will and the cumulative scores of all the 5 days will result in declaring the winner. As per 2019, as similar to 2019 software hackathon, we will give prizes to all the problem statements. But if some companies or evaluators feel that the product you have designed is not in par with their requirements, they may refuse to give you prize. So it's not compulsory for them to give you prize to your project or to the problem statement on which you are competing, unless and until they feel that the product is worth it. Okay? So please remember that. Please don't unnecessarily argue. The decision of evaluators will be final. We encourage the evaluators or companies participating to be lenient and to consider if the project has potential, and they actually do that based on our earlier experience. But sometimes the products or solutions are so shitty, okay, that they simply say that these are absolutely not up to the mark, and then they refuse considering the project. Okay. So, please understand that, please consider this as an experience. If you win prize, it is really good, but it is okay also that if you do not win prize, because you will learn a lot when you are going through the entire process. So, we will soon share with you the launch program, minute to minute program, the final what we can say felicitation program, and that in due course of time. So, I have shared information which I feel is relevant for you, and I am ready to take questions if they are there, if you have any questions. So, the first question was related to mentors, whether the mentors are necessary, they need to travel. So, we advise mentors to travel, but if they are not ready to travel with you, we are fine with that. At the end of the day, mentors are to help you during the actual hackathon. If they are not there, then you are at disadvantage. Other teams may come with their mentors. So, it is up to you. Then the next question is related to t-shirts. So, I think you can design your own t-shirts, the templates and all the basic requirements we will give you. So, just follow those basic rules while you are designing the t-shirts, and my team at I4C, Persistent and MIC, that is MHRD Innovation Cell, will actually share with you all those details. Another very interesting question came is about customized hydraulics. Will they provide, or we need to bring it by ourselves? So, when you say customized hydraulics, we do not know what you are talking about if you do not share with us the details. But if something is really very specific, and if you believe that that institute might not able to provide you in such a short time span, so I will request you to get it yourself if you have it, and then you can take it back along with you. So, if you have something from your institute, you can just borrow it from your institute, get it to the hackathon center, and while going back you can take it. So, I hope I have answered. The next question is, will there be a facility to provide carbon fiber frame for drone as nodal center ICER Pune? Our prototype of drone is not allowed in flight and all trains from Delhi to Pune are fully booked. I don't know whether they will give you carbon fiber. Ideally, they should give. So, I will request you to talk to the nodal center in ICER and request them to make these things available. If not, then write to us and we will try to figure out what best can be done. Apart from that, even if the trains are not full for tickets, you can always send something by train in advance, which you can collect once you reach from Pune station, railway station. So, it can come as a cargo. So, you can also explore that option. Okay. Then in our team, we need to change 5 members since some of the seniors got replaced, offers and got into a company. So, is it possible to make those changes in the team if we have submitted their offer letter and consent letter from the college? That's a very again tricky question. 5 members change means the entire team is changing. We are not going to allow that. We are going to allow only up to 3 members change, and that too no change when it comes to team leader. But if you have make us a request and we will approach our organizing committee and ask whether they are ready to reconsider that decision. But it is extremely unlikely that they will reconsider this decision, because if they give show that lenience to you, then they have to show it to all, and at this juncture it may not be possible. So, bending the rules sometimes becomes very, very difficult, as this is a national initiative. So, it is very difficult. Okay. Is it there any person who can operate special machinery or 3D printers? And another very, very interesting question. Yes, we will have operators who will do 3D printing for you. So, you do not have to do 3D printing, you only have to come and give us the designs. That also applies if you are designing on your own PCBs or those kind of things. You will have operators doing that. If you have a CNC machine, or if you require some, or a lathe machine, yes, we will have operators for that, and we do not expect students to do by their own hands. Okay. Will we have a manufacture another model product, or we have to develop the current prototype only? No, you do not have to develop a current prototype. So, current prototype is proof of concept, okay, where we have liked your idea. Now, you should think of developing a far better project based on the concept. You do not have to change the entire concept. So, principles remain same, but you can design the entire project from scratch with help of your current mentors and design mentors. For example, I will tell you, if you are doing something, if you have developed a prototype using Arduino board or Raspberry Pi, and you may not be using all the features of that board, and because it's you are using a Raspberry Pi or an Arduino board, the prototype becomes bulky. Now, you can actually go ahead and design your own PCBs, get it multi-layered and all those things, so that you can get into miniaturization and redesigning the entire look and feel. So, you should go ahead and do that, and we actually recommend you doing that. If you are just coming with Arduino boards or Raspberry Pi based and all these bulky ugly products, then you are actually losing, because that is not the intention of the grand finale. You have developed this, you have proved that you are capable of doing a particular concept. Now, you have to think of moving forward and design cool, cute products, and that is what we want to see. Okay? Then, can we bring college faculty member as our mentor? Yes, you can. if you trust your mentor, you can bring your college faculty as your mentor. Can we get liquid nitrogen replace requirement at nodal centers since it costs in lakhs? Yes. If you require liquid nitrogen and you should talk to your respective nodal center and inform them about your requirement. Not just about the requirement, about the quantity also, how much you require, and they will try their best to give you. Any other question? Can we get nodal center provide a water pump? Yes. You talk to the nodal center, you give the bill, and that's the reason we have asked you for a material, a list of material, so that we can share those list of materials with your nodal center. They will get they will get in touch with you team by team, and they will discuss all the materials with you, so that if some things are not available, they will request you to carry them along while you are coming. But our emphasis will be on giving you all the material which you require from the center. So, I think there are no more questions. Oh, one more question is there? Facility to print PCBs. Yes. So, we are in touch with all the nodal centers, and we are requesting them to have a facility to print PCBs. So, if you can come with your design, then the institute should help you in printing these PCBs. Okay? So, go ahead and design very compact, good PCBs, and come with those designs, or send those designs to institute in advance, because if they have an in-house PCB printing facility, that is good. If they are going to get it done from outside, from some local vendor, then they may take few days for doing it. So, send it to the institute, to your nodal center, and give them time. So, discuss with them regarding those requirements. Okay. Do we have to hold product from the beginning? I have already answered that question. What happens to the product after 5 days of hackathon? It remains with you. You can take it back along with you. You know, so your product is your product, it's your IP. If a designer is helping you, if you start a company, or if you sell that product, then designer who has helped you will get some small amount of equity in that product or share in that product, but that product belongs to you and you can take it along with you. Okay. Our component weighs over 10 kg. Will SIH arrange for the transport of those components? 10 kg is not a big volume. Okay. Just carry it. If you carry your suitcase, it's more than 10 kgs. So, carry it along with yourself. If you have to pay to railways some extra money to as a cost or carrier charges, then we will reimburse that. Okay. So, I think I have answered most of the questions. I will request you all to follow us on social media. My personal Twitter handle is Abhay Jere. I am available on Twitter. I respond on Twitter very frequently. Same is with Instagram. Now, my Instagram handle is Jere Abhay, and you can also now follow me on Facebook. So, do write to us. Apart from that, MIC, MHRD Innovation Cell, then I4C team and Persistent team will be in touch with you now on regular basis to discuss your requirements and to ensure that all the things, all the processes are taken care of, and this will be a very nice and enriching experience for you as well as for us. So, thank you very much, and wish you great luck for the grand finale.